We're going to start the meeting. I'm sure you all heard that. So, Chris.
Yes.
Will you do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Absolutely.
Okay. So whatever you can do at the time, stand, sit, or kneel. Here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with
liberty
and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Chris, and everybody else. Okay, our regular Padre Bill Bynum is not here today, so I'm going to read the prayer for the day. Let us bow our heads. Lord of the universe, you have given most of mankind a strong desire to do good, to be honest, to serve others, and to faithfully fulfill their obligations to their neighbors. Help us as Rotarians and humans to do good. Help us as Rotarians and humans to be honest and ethical in all our dealings. Help us as Rotarians and humans to serve others. And help us as Rotarians and humans to faithfully fulfill our obligations as neighbors to our community, our nation, and our world. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, Jerry, the thought of the day?
Thought of the day. Growing your own tomatoes is the best way to devote 3 months of your life to saving $2.17. Pretty good. I had it on my own screen.
Yeah. No, it didn't show up on my screen. Well, that's so true. Okay, I just have a few announcements. We have music in the Glen on Saturday. Ken Tavernier is the host. I don't know if he's around or anything. Is he at this meeting right now? Greg or Chris?
Oh, July 25th.
What'd you say, Brian?
Is Ken over there?
Ken is in Oregon until the day before that event, I think.
Night before, okay. So what kind of potluck are we doing?
What day is that? Is that a Sunday?
Sunday. All right.
Yes, on July 25th from 2 to 4.
What day is that?
My calendar
is
Sunday.
It's the day after the 24th.
Okay, so that's this Sunday then, right?
It is this Sunday, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, there was an e-bike sent out. A lot of you guys signed on to it. So again, Greg, what kind of snacks are we bringing?
I have no idea. It's Ken's thing. So,
all right.
Was it in the?
So just bring something to eat so that we can all get together. And hopefully we'll be able to send a message out before the music in the Glen happens. And then I want you to save the date. We're in like really beginning stages of planning this. September 3rd, there's a baseball game with the San Jose Giants and the team from Visalia. And we're planning a barbecue, and actually at the end of this game, there would be fireworks. So it starts at 5:30 p.m. It's a Friday.
How many, how much did you say it was?
That I don't know yet. That's what they're going to go and get, I think Chris is buying the tickets and he's going to get what it's going to cost. See if we can get a deal.
Is this something that we want to bring guests to or open it up to other organizations?
So this is probably like a social event, so it'll be good to bring guests.
Okay. How do you guys?
Still working out all the details.
Okay, roger that.
Okay. Is there anything else that we need to talk about today?
If you don't mind me interjecting, Angie and I have been going through some pictures, and today we came across the picture of when Angie threw out the first pitch at the San Jose Giants game. We had pictures. Jerry, you were in it. Brian, you were in it. Greg, you were in it.
Wow.
Fun memory.
Wow.
That'd be great. Actually, Roger, if you could like maybe take a photo like use your camera, take a picture of it and send it to me. I wouldn't mind using that in our advertisement. If that's okay. You can't hear me?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I was saying that if you could take a photo of it and send it to me of the picture.
Make a copy.
Yeah. Can you do that, Roger?
You're so muffled, I'm not picking it up.
All right, I'll send you a message.
Send me a text.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be clear.
This is I'm gonna have to change and get out of this.
Brian,
speaker.
try talking without the microphone.
Can you hear me now?
You sound great.
Well,
are you serious?
You sound a lot better than the microphone.
Really? That's weird.
I mean, you might be a little bit quiet because you're away from your computer, but still.
All right. So, yeah, Roger, if you could like copy it and text it to me, that'd be great.
Okay.
I'll send you a message.
okay.
Okay. So we're going to get right into our program right now. We have Wkly from the district, who's the membership chair. She's going to do a presentation for us. But Wkly was born and raised in Taiwan, the Republic of China. She came to the States in 1979 to study in UCLA. I guess she never left because she's still here. That's great. She received a master's degree in teaching English as a second language, moved to West San Jose in 81, and then to Cupertino in 90. While her children were in school in the Cupertino Union School District and Fremont Union School District, she volunteered many school activities, took leadership positions in the PTA as a PTA President, school site council member, and events chairs and fundraising chairs. She's done a lot. And she's also the city council member for Cupertino. So let's give a warm welcome to Wkly.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thanks for having me. It's really an honor to be here. So I joined Rotary in 2007, September 12th, and I immediately fell in love because, you know, I met people who live like 10 blocks from me, and I live in Cupertino over 20 years. I didn't know them until I joined Rotary. So Rotary really truly connects the world, and it opens up opportunities for me to, you know, not just get to know people, have fellowship, do service, but also brush up my leadership skills, my speaking skills. And so it's also a personal enhancement, and all the programs really gave me a lot of knowledge of the world. So I love my Rotary so much that I've done Rotary District membership chair for 4 years. And I just love to share the Rotary with everyone. And I'm very honored to be here at the Rotary Club Almaden Valley to bring you a new concept. It's not new, but it's kind of new. This year's Rotary President has a thing called Every Rotarian Every Year, but it's not about the Rotary Foundation. It's about membership. Every Rotarian who loves their clubs and service project and fellowship so much has a responsibility to bring a guest to your meeting every year and be a sponsor. So I'm going to talk about how can we do every Rotarian every year. So I'm going to share the screen. So we're going to talk about what Rotarians like us know about Rotary, and then all the rest of the world. I'm pretty sure where you live. Is this club very close to Almaden Valley? No, Willow Glen. there are tons of people out there who are not Rotarians. How do they see us? So I am not a membership chair anymore after 4 years. Aggie Freeman is the membership chair, but I took a new role this year. I am Lieutenant Governor for our District Governor, Richard Flanders. So I want to get to know the club better, even though in the 4 years I did know a lot of clubs. But I don't think I ever came to your club meetings, Almaden Valley. So I would love to attend it when it's in person, often if I could. And I also gave myself a challenge. So I applied for district governorship last November and was selected to be a district governor. So I'm district governor nominee right now. So in 2023, 2024, I would be district governor. What do I see as district governor's job? You know, leadership is not about being in charge. Leadership is about taking care of the people in our charge. So I'm going to try to take care of all the Rotarians in the district. So here is the Grow Rotary Impact presentation. When we want to do everything, what do? Do we just say, I can give you what is Rotary, the 25 reasons to join Rotary, all those theories, all those, but I'm not going to give you to you now, because when we say why grow Rotary, we need to know the why first. We need to know the why. We need to know what is Rotary. Then we go to the how. Today, we're not going to talk about the how. We're going to talk about the why. Why grow Rotary? You know, when I was a membership chair, when I was talking about grow Rotary numbers, people get a little, right away negative. Oh, you just want more numbers. No, grow Rotary is not about grow members. It's about to have more resources, more talents, more time, more service project. So why grow Rotary? It's about growing Rotary impact in our community and in the world. So it's not about numbers. Don't think about numbers. Think about new talents. Think about new resources, and think about more projects. So I want to ask you, what is Rotary? If you go out there, do a service project, you met a non-Rotarian and they ask, what is Rotary? Are you able to say it in 1 minute? Because they probably have that 1 minute attention. So you could say, we're people of action, we do service project and we just love what we do. And then we make friends along the way. That's less than 1 minute and it's kind of attractive. Or you can say officially, Rotary is 1.2 million people in the world and we're neighbors, friends, leaders get together, we brainstorm ideas and we take actions. That's also a good under 1 minute. But it's very important that you talk about your own Rotary story. So what is your Rotary story? Can you, in the next 1 minute, share your Rotary story? I want to share with you what's my Rotary story. I joined 2007. I just liked it. I love the project. I love the fellowship. I love the learning, but I never really find out what is my Rotary story. About 5 years ago, I hosted a little fundraiser for our endowment, for our own club's endowment. And this gentleman that I met at Rotary and I respected, and he is, knowledgeable, he has wealth, he's devoted to Rotary. He stood up in my family room and he said, he grew up in a very dysfunctional family. He's never have clothes, he's always lacking stationery, but somehow during his growing up, things always appeared. A backpack full of new stationeries, a pair of new sneakers. He didn't know who gave those to him, but those help supported him. And he went to college. He became a very wealthy person, successful. And one day, close to retirement, he joined Rotary. And he said that's the time he realized those invisible person who helped him along the way where he was growing up, helped him to become successful, can be a Rotarian. It could be a Lions member. But he said he is in Rotary because he wants to be that invisible person for kids, for people in need. His Rotary story is my Rotary story. From then on, I put more effort into being that invisible person to help people succeed. We plant good seeds So whenever I share this, it really touches people's heart. So find your own Rotary story. If it's not your story, find it from someone else. If you went to a wheelchair distribution, those are touching stories. So find your personal Rotary story and share it with non-Rotarians. So I'm going to do real quick. This is Rotary International's film, and what is Rotary to Rotarians? So this is Rotary to Rotarians.
The world. Provide food to the hungry and water to the thirsty. Teach children to read and keep them healthy. Shelter families and train a new generation. Give the poor a chance to better themselves. Create a worldwide network of peacemakers and conquer a disease that has killed or crippled millions. Could one person do it? What about 1.2 million?
My name is Frank Wesso.
Tamara DeWitt.
Gaston Cabat. Petreta.
Eu sou Adélia Vilas.
Dr. Naresh Goya.
Mon nom est Awa Omar.
Gary Parrish. Warren Kaufman.
Lisa Simmons.
Eric Kimani.
Meu nome é Eduardo.
Singh Arora.
Megan Coutinho.
These men and women are changing the world. They're members of Rotary. Professionals and community leaders organized into more than 32,000 clubs worldwide. They volunteer at the local, regional, and international levels and dedicate themselves to a simple motto: service above self.
That's what Rotary is all about. Vision to see, faith to believe, and courage to act.
So many of us, we sit back and we go, gee, I'd really like to help somewhere in the world, but I don't know how to do it. And Rotary gives you all the tools you need.
Personalmente tengo. Just the fact that you are a Rotarian opens doors all over the world.
For members of Rotary, no project is too big. Working with UNICEF, the World Health Organization, and the CDC, Rotary has immunized more than 2 billion children against polio and reduced the disease by more than 99% worldwide.
With not too many dollars, these Rotarians and our partners are doing a tremendous job, very effectively, very efficiently.
Rotary has spent more than $500 million on international scholarships and foreign exchange, while its graduate-level programs in conflict resolution train peacemakers from around the world.
When I started working for Interpol at the United Nations, I already had the background to understand international relations.
For Rotary members, the reward is immense and immediate.
Helping others is one of the things that they really enjoy. It makes my day.
The salary I receive spiritually is so huge that you cannot put a value on it.
Being a Rotarian is almost selfish. Yes, I help people, but I get so much in return.
When our world seems senseless and even hopeless, Rotary Club members of all races, colors, and creeds join together to care.
Hopefully we can bring some hope and some help, emotionally as well as physically.
To protect.
The job that is to be done can be done.
To connect.
But no one has a dry eye at the end of these projects because the kids will come back and ask for a picture with their doctor.
And to make a difference.
It is possible because we are Rotarians. We can do it. We should do it.
But even for 1.2 million volunteers, changing the world is no easy task. Learn how you can become involved.
It only takes a drop to make a river. And all we have to do is just make sure that we are in the right direction, we are committed to it, and it will get done.
Rotary International. Ordinary people working together to accomplish extraordinary things.
So this is Rotary to us. But for non-Rotarians, it's hard to fathom what we do. So how do we grow Rotary impact? By attracting new talents, new resources, and new projects. Rotary District 5170, as we are in now, we have about 4,000 members right now. So that's 4,000 voices that could be advocating for Rotary. But, you know, I found a lot of us just love what we do. So when we're doing projects side by side with neighbors, with community members, we don't think about asking them, do you know we're from Rotary? Have you ever thought of Rotary? Because we're just happy what we do. So every Rotarian, every year, it means every Rotarian, we have privilege to be part of this great organization. We can do very little, but we are part of eradicating polio. We can do very little, but we are part of bringing water to villages that need water. Or we can do a lot, but it doesn't matter because we're part of Rotary that's doing good in the world. But do most members think about sharing it? I think there is a training that you want constant sharing because you want to grow Rotary impact. So when we say every Rotarian's PR, it means we are privileged to be part of this great organization, and it's our responsibility to attract more people to Rotary. So how do we do that? Every Rotarian project, every project your club does, every social, every fellowship, it's a PR. It is a chance to grow Rotary impact. So because we are part of something bigger than we are, and we are among people of action, we want to attract more people of action. So now we know why we want to grow Rotary impact, and we know what is Rotary. Let's find out what is Rotary to people who run us who are not Rotarians.
Hi. Hi, I'm Andrew, and I'm a member of Rotary, and we're here to figure out if people actually know what Rotary is.
Tell me, what is Rotary?
A rotary phone?
No.
Chicken.
It's not a rotary phone or a rotisserie chicken.
Tell me, what is Rotary?
Is it when you get a document stamp?
You've been rotarized.
Let me ask you this. What do you think of when you hear Rotary?
Well, I'll tell you what I think. You go and you all over, and then your toilet gets clogged, so then you have to call the rooter guy.
Do you know what Rotary is?
Is it like a club?
Yes, it's like a club. Do you know what kind of club?
I picture a bunch of old stuffy men sitting around smoking cigars, drinking scotch.
They're ready for you.
Now let's ask some actual Rotarians what Rotary truly is.
When I first moved to the area, I didn't know a lot of people, and I didn't have many friends. But then, when I joined Rotary, I gained friends, a community, and even a family.
To me, Rotary is about being part of our community. Rotary has contributed over $500,000 to places like our local zoo.
It's things like this playground. There was nothing here before. And now it's something everyone can enjoy.
My favorite part of Rotary is learning something new every week, straight from the top leaders in our community. I go to Rotary feeling stressed out from work and leave feeling energized and empowered.
Rotary is about impact on a local, national, and global scale. Like this ballpark for children with special needs. And helping new Americans learn English in this classroom. Oh yeah, and did I mention that Rotary is working around the world on thousands of projects, such as eradicating polio and providing clean drinking water for millions of people. Rotary is where friends, neighbors, and problem solvers share ideas, join leaders, and take action to create lasting change.
Go Rotary!
Hi, I'm Andrew, and I'm a member of...
So does that resonate to you? Because I can tell you, personally, I am on this Cupertino City Council. Our meeting is always on Tuesday. But Wednesday is my Rotary day. It's my happy place. So from Tuesday night, it's pretty stressful. Always ends at midnight. And you get lots of complaints and we try to solve issues and work together. But Wednesday, truly like this film said, is my day to be happy, to relax, to be among with people with action and people who are good-hearted. So what does it mean to you? Is Rotary means to you? And then what does it mean to people around us? They really don't know what is Rotary. So it is our responsibility, every one of you, to spread the news. What is Rotary? Rotary brings smiles to the world. We'll get together with neighbors and friends, leaders. We brainstorm ideas, take actions, and make lasting changes. Make your own. Bring your own story and be able to tell people what is Rotary, and then you're going to close it with, would you like to attend a Rotary meeting with me? Have you ever thought of Rotary? So many times I go to chamber event, I go to any event, a social event, a nonprofit get together. I always can get someone to be curious about what is Rotary, because I either wear a Rotary clothes or wear a pin, and I'll talk about my Rotary project. For example, the playground you see, Cupertino Rotary did a playground in one day with a nonprofit organization. And yes, one day there wasn't a playground at Blackberry Farm Pool area, and the next day there was a huge playground. So these are true stories, but how do we share it with non-Rotarians? It is every Rotarian's job to share your story and attract people to grow Rotary impact. And especially this year, under our Rotary International President's model, is every Rotarian every year be a sponsor. So, we all know that people smile in remote villages and when they get clean water. Every project that your club does is part of me because I'm a Rotarian. Every project that Cupertino Rotary Club does is part of you because you are Rotarian. So we do bring smile to the world. I'm going to show you a film called Smile. These are all real pictures that Cupertino Rotarians go and visit their projects worldwide. So it is true. Every smile is a thank you. They don't know where we live. They don't know where we are. They don't even know who we are. We are those invisible Rotarians that bring hope, that bring education, that bring clean water to the world to help the needy in our own community. Back to my personal Rotary story, where my fellow Rotarian told me he wants to be that. If I were with you now, I would have picked up a pen, and this is called igniting. I would like to invite you to commit to your president that you are going to be a sponsor this year because you are going to help your president to grow Rotary impact together. So my presentation is all about every Rotarian every year. We love our Rotary so much. How do you, as a Rotarian, share your Rotary stories and be a sponsor and grow Rotary impact with your club, with District 5170. So this is the end of my presentation, and I'm hoping that every one of you would take an igniting from me at this moment and make a commitment to your Mr. President saying that I will be a sponsor in your Rotary year. Then you know what happens? You're going to double your Rotary impact in your club before July 1st, 2022. So now I'm opening for questions. And the house, I have lots of house that can work with your board, work with your president. There's so many house. How do we grow it? But I think the intention, the training has to be there for every Rotarian to be conscientiously looking when they do project, when they do fellowship, when they're at family get together, when they're at friends get together, when they join a chamber event, when they go to a nonprofit community event, they bring that Rotary spirit with them and attract other people, and always close with, have you ever thought of Rotary? You will be amazed how many people said, not really, nobody really invited me. Would you like to come to a meeting with me? So I'm very happy and proud to say Rotary International is starting a new society called Membership Society. They are, I'm going to be one of their chartering members. They pick a person, a Rotarian, I don't know how many, that sponsored the most Rotarians into Rotary. And I'm very honored to say I'm one of the chartering members. They just invited me. So because I always bring my Rotary hat with me. And I love it so much that I think people can see it in how I describe it, and they're very curious what we do. It takes a long time to learn all this Rotary project, but I try to give one thing that would interest them and bring them into it. That ends my presentation. Any questions?
Yes, Madam Lieutenant Governor, what projects have you seen to be the most successful in terms of attracting new members?
Actually, because right in Cupertino is people want to do something in the immediate community. Usually education project is really great. We help the Anza College students. We help high schools vocational service. We help high school scholarships, and we support interact clubs with a school environment that is the most attractive. But also, you know, for example, I belong to the YMCA board. So I attract all the Y executives and my fellow board members. 3 of them just joined Rotary when I was a board member, because they care about after school programs. They care about summer learning laws for North and Sunnyvale, because kids who are less advantaged don't ever go to summer schools, where kids advantage go to summer school, learn math, learn all kinds of things. So we sponsor CUSD, Cupertino Union School District, to have summer loss programs in the northern Sunnyvale area to give kids like for $1 for whole weeks of class. In the morning, the teacher teaches them class. In the afternoon, we take them to field trips. So people that really care about education really joins Cupertino Rotary. And this is a playground we always attract. We call it empty nesters. PTA has a lot of parents who are very active. They know how to fundraise. They know how to, you know, raise money. They know how to do project. But when their kids go to college, they kind of at a loss. They don't have that. Their energy is nowhere to be seen. We, Cupertino Rotary, actively attract empty nesters, high school graduate parents. So we're very visible in the high schools. So that's one area. If you have a high school interact club, that you work with their senior parents on senior online party and get to know them and attract them to go to Rotary, because they are natural Rotarians. So that's one very successful program. Another successful program is actually our international service. We actively engaged, I won't take credit for it, when Jim Walker was our district governor or our president, his group, we called it the Elders Group, made a commitment to attract Asian Americans. So what they did is they contacted Asian American, a lot of Indian nonprofit and the Chinese American nonprofit. They work project with them. Xinxin Educational Foundation built schools in rural China. It's one of our major partners. A lot of their volunteers join Cupertino Rotary because we do projects together. So we start with what matters to them, to Asian Americans. Then we attract them to Rotary. Then we open their eyes, because I'm an Asian American, but I love projects, especially water projects in Africa and in Mexico. We did a blind, almost deaf school in San Miguel de Allende. So it opened my eyes. I don't just do projects that benefits Asian Americans. So I learned to do more projects. So we start with, yes, let's help you. With Indian, we do Shankar Eye Foundation. We do a Pratham education-based project. And then a lot of them join Rotary and start to do other projects.
And I think you have a really good point. And Cupertino's been a model. Cupertino Club's been a model in this. And that's reaching out to more than just white, Americans.
Yes.
Into the Hispanic community, into the Chinese community, into the Japanese community, into the Indian community. Cupertino is really a club of all colors.
And so it's planning. You have to plan it. It doesn't happen just by random. It is planning. So that elder group, I told them, they actually sat down, have a 5-year plan to attract Asian Americans and attract empty nesters. I'm one of the empty nesters, Asian American women. So I kind of represent all three of their focus. They attracted me in 2007. I did not know what's Rotary. I'm like, I was senior party co-chair. I was doing school things. I was school board member, but I'm like, what is Rotary? So that's how they approach. So they do partnerships, do things that we care about, the Asian Americans care about, then they attract us. And then we learn to care about other things. So it has to be a plan. So your board can, sit together and plan what's already existing in your community, nonprofit that's ethnic, and do project with them. Then you attract them to do project with you, because then they'll say, wow, this is really great. This will benefit my community and not just community in their own mother country. So that's how, so you need to have a plan. That group in 2007 and 8, 9, 10, they sat down and have a membership plan. 2 goals: attract Asian Americans, starting with work with nonprofit, Asian American nonprofit in their home country. Start with that, help them first, then attract them. Then they work with high school senior parents to attract empty nesters to Cupertino Rotary. It's been very, very successful. So I'm very proud to say our newer Rotarians for the past 10 years are a lot of Asian American and women PTA parents.
Yeah, the Cupertino Club was really turned inside out.
Yeah, and they have a target. So it's important for your board or for all your club to sit together and say, which 2 or 3 organizations we want to start recruiting. Another recruiting ground is the chamber. I know San Jose has a bigger chamber, but Cupertino Rotary is a very specific chamber. So Orrin Mahoney is our chamber champion. He brings in so many chamber board members because making connections is great for business. And I kind of take over after him. After he left council, I am in the chamber attracting chamber members to join us. So this year during the pandemic, because nobody could go out, but I was able to, our club had 7 new members. I sponsored 3. All from chamber members. They have new business in Cupertino area, and I attract them to join Rotary because it's mutually beneficial. So my job right now is in the chamber and in the government. And, we have lots of commissioners in Cupertino City. So I would, right now we're just starting to get to know them. My goal is attract them to join Rotary.
I was wondering if, first of all, Dave Olson's the president of the club. It's not me. I'm just a program sergeant of arms.
Okay.
But maybe Dave should say something about how he got 3 new members. What was the deal he did? And 2 of them are on our call right now.
Yeah, well, thank you, Brian, for that introduction. Yeah, these 3 members are good friends of mine I've known for a number of years, and we just kind of groomed them into the club. We didn't do any hard selling or anything. We just had them come to events, and over time they started integrating more with the club. And then at some point we just said, hey, why don't you just join, because you're doing stuff already with us. And they all 3 came in at the same time.
That's exactly the way you could do it, because you should keep a list of people who are interested in doing projects only, and continue to invite them. And then they are, they have a Rotary heart, and then it's easy to join Rotary. So so I keep on saying my club because I really still very active in our club. We have a friend list. These are the people who would do rebuilding project together with us, do scout project with us, do all kinds of different projects. And we continue to email them with project. They keep on signing up. And then our membership track them. And at a certain point of time, we say, I think this person is ready. Let's ask him or her, would you like to join Rotary? So exactly, President Dave, that's what you did. And that's what you're going to groom or train your members to do it. Just imagine everybody around you, you have a lot of non-Rotarians. How do you attract them? Because you love Rotary so much, right? You want to share this Rotary, the goodness of Rotary. And I always encourage empty nesters. I told them, when your kids go to college, you want to educate other people's kids, because they're going to drive that taxi drive. They'll be that taxi driver. They're going to be that employee who works with your kids. The better to educate other people's kids, the better environment that your kids is going to be into. So it's not about just educating your kids. And a lot of them thought about it, saying, you're right. They never thought about it. So they joined Rotary to help educate other people's kids, to make this world a better place for their own kids. So you want to be kind of more, we all want something from Rotary, right? So that's the way to attract them to say, yeah, that makes sense. So how you attract certain group of people is different. For business people, it's making business connections, it's let people know what you do. When you work side by side in a yard, cleaning and building something for a nonprofit, you build that friendship, you build that rapport. All my estate lawyer, my real estate agent, my dry cleaner, they're all in my Rotary Club. Not because I don't know anybody else, but I trust people who have a good heart, and we work together. It's so easy to say, hey, be my estate lawyer. Okay. So that also makes connections. So it's mutually beneficial.
So Hong, does membership category play into it anymore?
Absolutely. So
do you try to develop a club with different membership categories?
Absolutely. So here I say, if you're in real estate, what's the three most important factors in real estate? It's location. In Rotary, what's the three important factors in Rotary now? It's flexibility. Zoom opens up flexibilities. Different membership types opens up flexibilities. The district is working on the concept of satellite club. That's an interest-based club. For example, if someone is a young professional, they only care about climate actions because they want to protect the environment. What they can do is attract people like them who care about protecting the environment and have their own group, and they can do a satellite club of your club. They're part of your club, but they're interest-based, they're project-based. So what they do is protect the environment. It's very easy to attract like-minded people who want to do the same project. So it's interest-based satellite clubs that they can say, oh, this is what we would like to do. They have their own chair, they have their own due structure, their own meeting places, but the part of your club, because you do fundraising together, when you have project, they will put in their efforts too. So it's a concept of let's attract people who have the same interest base. There is a club in the United States who has a huge satellite club, about 40 people, who only do tutoring, after school tutoring. They're retired teachers or retired mathematicians. They do tutoring for disadvantaged kids. They kept on attracting people and said, yeah, this is something I want to do. So that satellite club of this mother club has about over 40 members now. Okay, and that's called Growing Rotary Impact. When their main club does fundraisers, they're there with them. So they might grow their interest, but you use a particular kind of interest to attract the same like-minded people. So our district is going to really advocate for satellite clubs.
So, but hon, there's no, when I started the Los Gatos Morning Rotary Club, we actually sat down and made a list and said, we want a realtor, we want a lawyer, we want a dentist, we want a, is that kind of effort still going on, or has Rotary kind of moved away from making sure that, distinctively different professions are represented in it?
So, okay, so Rotary International's membership direction is flexibility. What fits your area? For example, if you just do real estate together, then that's, how many real estate agents, but you do business together. Before the pandemic, I was working on a local business satellite club that we would meet at their business location. For example, we meet at a remodeling place, we meet at a furniture place. So Rotarians learn each other, can really see. So that would be a business satellite club that showcased your business to other people. So that could be a satellite club itself. It's very, and then they have, what I was looking for is business that have a physical location in Cupertino where people can really go see. And then they really want to make connections, right? There is a place in Cupertino who just opened who sells very, very solid teapots, all kinds of iron plate teapots. You know how hard that is to advocate for that. But if he belongs to a huge satellite business connection club, then they can see each other. If I am a, say I own a furniture store, but a client saying, I really like to, tea is my favorite. Then I said, hey, this person has a teapot place you can go visit. So that kind of connection. So look at your community. Find specific areas you think you can get them together to attract them to get to know each other. That is your goal. So it depends on where your community is. So here with our new president, Ross Sings, I sat down and talked to him. He's going to work on 2 areas of Satellite Club. One is a young professionals climate action committee. Attract young people because they care about their earth and join their own Rotary Club as a satellite club and be part of the action club that only does environmental actions. And another one is, which is the second one I recommended to him. He said he would think about it. It's actually, I want to connect with him to business because I never was able to do it. I said, get local business who has a store, physical store together and get them to mutually get to know each other, have meetings right at their place so that they get to know each other. So he is very open to that. He's going to talk to the board and talk to the membership committee and work on those 2 specific projects. Don't pick too many, pick 2 and then work on that. And then look at your environment. So another project when YMCA comes back, Northwest YMCA is right in Cupertino. They have over 10,000, they call units, not 10,000 people, but units. And when the prime time, they're crowded and they have a good coffee place. I was going to do a Rotary corner there, and because I'm a board member there, and say, hey, these are the service project, come join service project. Just like President Dave said, join service project and get to know Rotary, and then you can attract them. So I was going to do a Y branch, a Y Rotary corner. When everything comes back, that's what I would do too. So look at your community. Which are the 2 or 3 areas you can work a plan to attract them to join Rotary? Start with what they care about. Go to there so that they know the value. People need to know the value first, and then they can broaden their eyes and be a real Rotarian.
Okay, great. Well, is there any more questions? One last question. Okay, thank you very much, Han, for giving us, I took a lot of notes, so I'm going to be working on it.
Okay, so one last word, the district is standing by. We have a membership committee where you have assistant governors. Mitty Chen is your assistant governor. You have lieutenant governors, and I think Lisa Lawrence is your lieutenant governor, but I am overseeing. I would love to go to every club because I would like to get to know the clubs in this 2 or 3 years before I become district governor. We are standing by. Our policy at the district is we will not interfere unless you ask for help, because every club has its own culture, has its own uniqueness. We don't want to change that. But if you want to expand it, you need more resources, you need guidance, you need materials. The district is standing by. We have tons of materials that we can support you.
All right. Thank you very much, Han. Thank you. Okay, so before we end this meeting, as I said in the beginning, I wanted to show you guys how we're going to do order meals for rookies, because we're going to meet next week at the Rookies Pizza Lounge on Meridian Avenue. And so for those who want to be at the meeting, I mean, we're going to do both. So if you're away or you can't make it or drive there, you can always come on Zoom. I'm going to share the screen now and show you. This is the way we're going to, what we wanted to do was to order the meals ahead of time so that the cook isn't overwhelmed by us coming there, and plus it'll be around lunchtime, so you know they got to deal with their clientele there. So you open up your invite, and the first thing you do is you go view invitation, and you're going to have to RSP first, okay? So what you say is, yes, I will attend. You submit it. And then you got to go back and view the invitation again. And I'll try to do this and make a video of it. Maybe that might be helpful. And you go to meal options, okay? And there you can choose between the ones that we selected. You know, there's a Cobb salad. Here's a house-made burger. The street tacos, I divided them up. French dip and fish tacos. So I'm going to choose a burger. Reply there. So I know how many people are ordering what, and I also will be able to know when I go to messages who ordered what.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Can you send me an invitation too? I would love to come. I look at my calendar. Next Thursday, I don't have anything. Be nice to meet you guys in person.
Sure.
Come to the meeting, you can pay by cash. It would be $20 a person. You will have iced tea and soda ready for you to drink, but you have to buy your own alcohol if you want one, like a beer or something. But we can accept credit cards. We can accept Venmo, Apple Pay, whatever you want to do to pay the meal, but you got to pay $20 because we, at the end of the day, we got to write them a check and pay them. So do we have any questions?
Yeah, can I show up with a $20 bill?
You mean like real cash?
$20 bill.
Yes. Yes, we'll accept cash. Any other questions? Good. Good. All right. So I guess that's, next week the speaker is going to be Livo Caesar from Bolivia. And some of you may remember he's the one that talked about the x-ray machine they needed up in the rural areas of Bolivia. And so he's kind of visiting all the clubs. We're going to give him a check for $2,500. So that should be a fun meeting, and that will be at the Rookies and plus by Zoom. And also don't forget about we're doing that dinner for Ducks Unlimited. If you haven't volunteered, please volunteer.
When is that?
August 12th. That's a Thursday. We're not going to have a meeting that day because we're going to be working like from 4 to whenever. Okay. All right. So that's it for today. Everybody have a good day. See you later.
Brian, you sound great now.
Have a great day.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem, hon.
Thank you.